today is off to the weirdest start. I ripped my pants, and all I can think about is that SpongeBob song. I was like running late, trying to get my son out of the house. Like, we go out to the car, and I bend down to pick him up, or I picked him up. I'm holding him, and he dropped like his little bag of cookies. So I bent down to pick up his cookies, and I felt something in my pocket that felt like a vibrating sensation or like a ripping sensation. And I was like, oh, maybe it's my phone like vibrating or something. Maybe someone texted me. I'm feeling the back of my pants, and I had my son in his car seat, and I couldn't feel anything. So then I like get in the driver's seat, and I'm like, oh, well, I'll just go to work. And then I'm like, I have a bad feeling I did rip my pants, and maybe I shouldn't go to work right now. So I turned on my camera, like my forward-facing camera, and I like kind of aimed it at my butt, and my pants were ripped right along the pocket, like a 6 or 7 inch rip. So running late, and I honestly just sat in my car for a minute and started laughing really hard. And my son didn't know what I was laughing at, but he started laughing too. So we're both just sitting there laughing like goofballs and still running late. So I go inside to change, and my boyfriend's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I ripped my pants. He goes, no, you didn't. So yeah, I did. So I have new pants on, and I just washed these, so they're really tight, and we're just not having a good day. Also, I almost forgot that today's Saturday. I haven't worked the last 2 Saturdays. Ohio State plays tonight. I think they play at like 7 or 7:30 or something. Didn't even have my jersey on, which is weird. Every Saturday I wear my jersey, and I'm just so off right now that I didn't have it on. I'm in a really weird mood. The weather today is strange. Weird things keep happening to me. This guy behind me in this truck is watching me. And it's just, I have a feeling that all of these strange things happening right now are like building up to just some weird life event later today. Pray for me. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself all at once, and I actually want to talk about, Kyla put up a vlog about like where she's been, and she was talking in it about how she bites off way more than she can chew, and I do the same thing, and I always do that, and I always have like all these ideas, and I want to, you know, do them all at once and like get it going, and I bite off way more than I can chew, so I have issues, you know, and I think like all this stuff happens at once, and then I just shut down, and I'm like, fuck, like this isn't gonna work. She also talked about how as you get older, you get like manic about stuff. Like you feel like so motivated to like start stuff around your house, like, oh, I'm gonna clean out this closet, and I'm gonna get rid of all this shit, and then an hour or two later you're laying in your bed, and like your closet's ripped apart, and you have piles of clothes everywhere, and then you're like, where did I go wrong? Like, what happened? So I'm learning how to like manage it, like baby steps, instead of like trying to redo my entire life and my channel and literally everything at one time. So baby steps right now for my channel. Start filming a little bit more, figure out a new setup, because my setup right now is actually torn down, so even if I do something super casual like on my couch or something, I gotta figure it out. Kind of do like a new banner and maybe like a new intro and outro and stuff like that, and not all at once, but baby steps. And that's hard for me because like if I have ideas, I'm like, I need to do it now. Like, I want to get this done. I like that. I love that idea. Like, let's do it. And then I like burn myself out. So yeah, I'm gonna try to start working on stuff for my channel. I feel like it's gonna be easier to accomplish 2 weeks from now when I'm done with school, like officially done with school. I'm gonna be, you know, have like all this free time, and I really want to get back into filming, and I want to start looking into investigations for maybe like next summer, after I'm settled into a new job, and after I'm settled into a new job, and you know, all that stuff going on, and kind of figure out my schedule and what works best for me. So but I do want to plan some investigations. I don't know if you guys remember Shane. You should. He was in my video about like going back to Holcomb Road when we found the Ouija board, like spray painted on the ground, and like him and I went exploring one day, and like just like drove all over a couple of counties, and you know, hung out. So Shane was the one in that video, and he's like someone, I have not seen him, like I haven't been working much, so I haven't seen him as much as I used to, but like last week we were talking about how there's this place that he thinks he can get me into to do an investigation, and he said he can basically, you know, like help me. He knows people that can help get me into this building. I don't want to tell you guys where it's at. I would like to like kind of have more information and see how I really feel about it before I say like, oh, I want to go there and do this investigation, or I announce it to you guys. I also want to make sure I have actual equipment. I don't have any of my equipment anymore. I don't want to go into this location considering it is a public place. I don't want to go in there and just like not have professional tools, like because it's going to be a wasted trip if I go in there and I don't have anything. Like I'm just going to be like on my phone, and you know, I don't know. And also I feel like if I have tools and I tell these people like, oh, I can use this and this and this, like I feel like they'll be more inclined to let me investigate there, because I feel like if I'm just a girl that goes in and I'm like, I want to investigate this building, they're gonna be like, with what? Who are you? Like, what do you have to, you know, like investigate with? So that's a big thing. So I'm gonna look into getting some more equipment, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to put that off until probably at least spring or summer and figure it all out. But that's something we've been talking about. And now that I actually made up for lost time somehow, even with ripping my pants, I'm at work like a half hour early, so I'm gonna drive by this big cemetery and just kind of talk to you guys. So yeah, Shane and I were kind of talking about that, and talking about different places to go, and I don't know. So I'll be ordering new equipment hopefully in the next couple of months. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on it right now if I'm not going to use it right away. I'm trying to save up money. Like I'm really trying hard to like budget my money a little better and be more frugal with things. If you guys would like a video on that, let me know, because I feel like I'm getting pretty good at it. So I'm just trying to like save money and work more and, you know, be financially responsible. So yeah, but I'm not planning on buying equipment until I know like there's a location I'm gonna go to that I'm gonna use the equipment. So also, I had someone DM me the other day on Twitter asking about my P.O. box that I said I was gonna open like a few months ago, and it honestly, like, that hasn't even been on my radar. Like, I have not even thought about it. I was actually looking online yesterday. I was looking to see what available boxes were at my post office, so seeing like what they had and kind of dimensions and like what it could hold and how much it was. And there was one I found. It's just like an extra small box. It can fit like 10 to 15 letters, which is all I need. Like, I don't need anything huge. Obviously it'll just be for like professional stuff. If you guys want to send me letters, which you absolutely do not have to, please don't feel like if I open a post office box that you have to send me something. It's just, I like having it, so if people want to write to me, or if I send out like Christmas cards to anyone, there's like a return address if you want to send something back. Do not feel like you have to send me anything. Please, please, please don't. It's just, I'm setting it up because I've had, you know, a few people ask me where they can send stuff to me, and I want to make sure it's separate from like my personal address. So, but I did find an extra small box. It's like every 3 months you pay $24, so basically $8 a month. Really cheap. I'm gonna try to do that within the next couple of weeks, hopefully before Christmas. Like I said, I have all this stuff I want to do. I know I'm gonna bite off way more than I can chew, but I have all this stuff I need to get done. That is weird. I've never noticed that gravestone before, and I know you guys can't see it because the lighting sucks, but there's like all of these stones are just like rectangular or square or whatever, and then there's one like in the middle over there that's like a little angel girl just like peering over the grave, and I don't think I've ever noticed it before. It is really creepy looking today out here. I don't know how I feel right now about anything. I don't know. I'm in like a super weird mood today. It's not even like necessarily a bad mood. Like I don't know. I don't want to go to work, but I'll feel better once I'm actually there and doing stuff and get to see everyone. But I don't know. I'm in this really weird mood, and I think it might just be the weather. I'm also planning, or hoping to plan, to go to a couple of conventions next year. There are at least 2 or 3 I've looked into that are in like hour-and-a-half driving distance at the very most, and I would love to go to them. Depends on a lot of different things, you know, if I can take off work, like what I do if my son goes, or who he would stay with, and my hospital schedule, and all this. So I haven't really planned it, but there are a couple I've looked into. I've looked into pricing, I've looked into like the drive and who's gonna be there. So that was a stick under my car. So yeah, I've looked into them, but I'm not really sure right now what I want to do. And I kind of just want to like pull over right here. There's nobody at this cemetery right now. But yeah, so there's some I want to look into. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, and I know I say that all the time, but I've learned now that during the final semester of school, I remember like telling you guys like I'm gonna film, I'm gonna do this and this, and I'm gonna have, like all this stuff going, and I bit off like way more than I could chew just with like school and everything going on. So I'm trying not to do that this time around. I do have good intentions, and I do have things I want to do, but I'm not going to like kill myself over trying to do them. So I don't know. I have so much I want to do though, and I don't know. I have like all these ideas throughout the day, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna stay up late tonight, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then like 9 o'clock rolls around, you know, like my son's in bed already, or I've got my jammies on, and I'm like, I'm not fucking doing shit. Like, I'm gonna lay here and watch Paranormal Lockdown. Speaking of that, have you guys, does anybody follow Nick Groff on, like, Instagram or Twitter? Because he posted a live video the other day, I want to say it was on Instagram, and was like, he had a live video, and he was talking about some stuff, and then like he took a clip from that video and posted it to his Instagram, and people were asking about what happened with like Zach and Aaron and him, and like Nick leaving Ghost Adventures, and somebody actually made a comment like, do you miss, oh it's starting to rain, do you miss ghost hunting with them? And he was kind of sassy, and he's like, well, I think that they missed hunting ghosts with me, or something like that. There was another comment that was sassier, but I don't remember exactly what was said. But I was like, I feel like Nick has been pretty professional in being silent about leaving Ghost Adventures. Like, it was obviously a while ago, but I don't know, like, what happened that now all of a sudden he's just kind of like voicing how he feels. And I don't know, I think something happened with Paranormal Lockdown, and I think they're like actually blowing up. And a lot of people are saying now that they prefer Paranormal Lockdown over Ghost Adventures. Ghost Adventures is losing a lot of their audience. I was actually like reading an article the other day going over numbers and stuff, and a lot of people are kind of pissed off about the episode they did a couple weeks ago about that guy that passed away that had autism. Like, he took his own life. And a lot of people were like, dude, that was only 6 weeks ago. Like, why would they go in there and do all that? It's very insensitive, and it just wasn't a well-done episode. And then people are getting pissed off. Like, it's not even hunting ghosts anymore. It is talking about demons and stuff. And, like, Zach is doing way too much. Like, going into, like, dark stuff. And then there was, oh my god, there was one the other day. Oh, okay, so was it last Saturday's episode where they had that I can't think of the name of the episode, but the guy and the girl that were like doing, like, it looked like black magic or something, and the guys got really uncomfortable, like they're sitting around the rectangular table, and like that guy's super weird and just like comes off as like unsafe, and everybody was like blowing up Twitter, and they're like, oh my god, you guys are not in a good place, like that's not good for you, I hope nothing happened. So it was said that the guy is an actor. The guy that was like doing the black magic and at the place with the lady, that he is an actor, and he was on like Hotel Hell or like Restaurant Hell or like one of those shows where they come in and whatever. So somebody posted side-by-side pictures. Why am I getting so loud? Posted side-by-side pictures of the guy from the episode and then like him on this other TV show where he is like an actor. And it was like they had the imdb.com thing. I don't know, I'll have to find it, but I was like, what the fuck, is he really an actor? Because if they're hiring actors, like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I don't even know, like, what's happening. That's my rant. I don't know. But yeah, I was like reading all this stuff the other day, and there's people on like the Ghost Adventures Travel Channel page that are like pissed off about Ghost Adventures and like the direction that the show's going and the stuff that Zach has been kind of like diving into. People are pissed off about it, and they're like, why can't we just do investigations, like normal paranormal investigations where you guys help families that have spirits? Like, why is everything so demonic now? My heart is pounding. Why am I getting so like over this? So yeah, there's been like people pretty pissed off about Ghost Adventures, and I was reading somewhere the other day that their ratings are down a lot. I don't know how true that is. Like, it was a very brief thing I read. But yeah, saying like their ratings are down, their viewers are down, like all this stuff's happening. And a lot of people are kind of saying, oh, that tree fell. A lot of people are kind of saying like Nick is going to come back with Paranormal Lockdown, and he's going to kind of like slide past Ghost Adventures in terms of like popularity, because he's doing a really good job. I don't know if you guys, like, I love Ghost Adventures, and I don't know if you guys watch any Paranormal Lockdown, but I really, really like that show too. I think Nick does a great job. So, I don't know. I'm kind of like, what the fuck? What's happening? I need to go to work. This cemetery is so weird to drive through just because there's so many different little lanes and stuff, and you don't know where you're going. I think this is the way out. There's no one here. I'm just driving around in circles. So I'm gonna chug this coffee. I'm gonna go into work and open. I'll be at work probably till at least 9 or 10 tonight. Hopefully not later, because I don't think I can take it. And then I don't really know what I'm doing tonight. Depending on how my mood goes during work, I will either hang out with some of my friends after work, or I might just go home and get sweats on and watch Ghost Adventures and edit this vlog. I'm probably not going to be filming every day in December, but I am going to try to get some stuff out to you. It's unrealistic for me to film every single day of December, but I do want to film and have some more vlogs up for you guys. I know a lot of people will be on break from like colleges, universities. If you guys are in like high school and middle school still, a lot of people will be on break. A lot of people will be spending time with families. We'll have a lot more downtime, so you guys will be able to, you know, like really sit and watch my vlogs. So I want to give you guys some good content, but I'm going to pull out of the cemetery shortly, going to work. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!